show you how you can approach this to see if it's maybe a quadratic, a cubic, or a linear type of a sequence. So let's look at some examples and I'll show you what I mean. So if you look at the sequence here, it's probably obvious to you that, when you subtract, okay, 5 minus 3, you're getting 2, 7 minus 5, you're getting 2, 9 minus 7, you're getting 2. Okay, we keep getting 2 each time we take the term minus the term before it, the previous term. And this is what's called a first order difference. And when it's a first order difference and you're getting that same number, that means it's a first degree equation. Okay, so x to the first. So if we wanted to find an equation, we could think of the equation of a line like y equals mx plus b. All we would need to do is take 2 points, like say for example, this is our first term and this is our second term. So we could think of this as like 1 comma 3, okay, and 2 comma 5. And we can use these 2 points to find the equation of a line, and we can get our formula for our sequence doing that. Okay, let's look at another example. This one here, we're going to go ahead and subtract again. So if I take the right term minus the left term, okay, or the term minus the term before it, 6 minus negative 1 is 7. 25 minus 6 is 19. 62 minus 25 is, let's see, 37, right? And 123 minus 62 is, let's see, 61, right? Okay, now if we subtract again, because notice we don't have the same quantity, this is the first order difference, we're going to subtract again. 19 minus 7 is 12, 37 minus 19 is 18, and 61 minus 37 is 24. Still we don't have the same quantity, right? When we subtracted the second time, this is a second order difference. We're going to subtract a third time. 18 minus 12 is 6, 24 minus 18 is 6, and if we keep going, we should continue to get that same quantity. But we would need to have more terms here to verify that, okay? So this looks like it's a cubic, okay, sequence, and if we wanted to find the formula, we could write a system of equations using this general formula for a cubic. Y equals ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. You could also use the cubic regression feature on your graphing calculator or your scientific calculator. What you would do is you would think of this as term 1, so it would be like 1 comma negative 1. Second term is 6, so this would be like 2, 6, 3, 25, and 4, 62, okay? And so if you have, 4 points, you can write 4 equations, and you can solve for the 4 variables a, b, c, and d. Okay, now another way to do this problem, just to show you, is that sometimes what's helpful for students is, if you have maybe, the thought that this might be a cubic, what you could do is you could, like, underneath each of the terms, you could think of like, I'll show you what I mean here. Let me just write this 123. You could think of this as like, let's say, like, for example, you say, well, let's see, 1 cubed is 1, 2 cubed is 8, 3 cubed is 21, 4 cubed is 64, and 5 cubed is 125. And then you might notice, you say, well, it looks like I'm just subtracting 2 each time. So you'll be able to figure it out. It's okay, n cubed minus 2. And there's your formula. So a lot of times the ones that you're working with in your class, they might just be slightly removed from, a sequence of consecutive cubes, okay, or squares, okay. So, but either way, you can either do it this way by writing a system of equations, or maybe see if it's, just like a little bit removed from, a sequence of cubes or squares. Last one here, we're going to subtract. So 5 minus 2 is 3, 10 minus 5 is 5, 17 minus 10 is 7, okay. And I should have put a few more terms here, but 5 minus 3 is 2, 7 minus 5 is 2. Now notice we subtracted once, twice. Looks like we're getting the same number each time, so that tells us it's a second degree equation, a quadratic. And again, we could write a system of equations, solve for a, b, and c, and that's our quadratic equation that models the sequence. You would just, again, use the points 1 comma 2, 2 comma 5, 3 comma 10, and you would have 3 equations. You'd be able to solve for the 3 variables a, b, and c. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. Subscribe to the channel, check out some of my past videos, and I'll look forward to seeing you in some of the future videos. I'll talk to you soon.